Gonna try that quests and layers. Nah, what's up, fam? We're just singing Tribe Called Quest. What's up? We are here to review two very, very similar movies from this year. We have Immaculate and The Foist Omen. So let me just throw up a banner real fast for both of, or like make a banner for both of these. We'll let people pile in here. But Luke, what is up, my brother?
What's up, dude? I'm very excited to talk about both these movies. I know they're very similar, but they're
Hells
both
yeah.
great movies.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that at least.
Yeah. Alrighty. It might be a little late for people, for like specific people to be in here, but it's whatever. Take your time, peoples. Take your time.
Just if you cannot watch us live, just watch us on the replay.
Mm-hmm. So how do we want to? What order do we want to do this? Do we want to do the ones that we saw first, or the ones that released first? Because Immaculate technically did release first, but we did see First Omen before.
Let's do that first, because
First Omen. All right.
Yeah, because we did see that one first. So,
all right. First up here, we have the First Omen, and I figure we'll just give our non-spoiler thoughts, and then we'll basically just go into the plot because these movies are very, very similar plots, but. Yeah. So first up, the First Omen. Luke, what is your non-spoiler opinion on the First Omen?
Well, first off, I just want to say I had, no pun intended, no faith in this movie from the very beginning because I thought it was just going to be another cash grab of, just branding off a popular name of the Omen.
That is fair.
And then I started hearing good things, and I'm like, okay. I walk in, and I was doing a double feature that night. I was seeing this and Monkey Man. So I walk in, I sit down, and I'm like, okay, 20th Century Studios, or Arkasha Stevenson, that's the director's name. Arkasha Stevenson. This is your first film, so prove to me you got what it takes to be a horror director.
First big film, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is her first feature-length movie.
That is true.
And little did I know, after some of the scenes that actually almost made me puke. Yeah, I was like, you won me over. Now, it's not a perfect film. I think it's actually a little bit too long. It clocks in at about 2 hours. I'm like, there's some stuff you can shave off.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely saw some stuff in there that I definitely would have taken out.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, though, I loved it. I think this will definitely hold the spot of the biggest surprise of the year for me.
Yeah.
So you want me to give my score now, or just wait until you're done with your spoiler-free thoughts?
Wait until I'm probably done. We'll just give our final scores for it, and then yep. All right. So for me, I was like the one person who was saying, visually, this looks kind of fucking creepy, and I kind of dig it. And then everyone was like, nah, this movie's gonna be shit. And little did they know, your boy was right.
We were all proven wrong.
Your boy was fucking right the whole time. It was a creepy fucking movie. And I wasn't initially going to go see it, but I was like bored on a Saturday morning. Went to go see it, and I really, really liked it. It was a very, very cool movie. It was creepy as hell. One sec. Sorry about that. Yeah. So it was very creepy visually. Great performances. Nell Tiger Free was great. Bill Nye was also super, super fucking creepy. And really there's also, I don't remember, or I don't know what the actress's name, but she kind of looked like Mia Goth, the first nun that's killed off. She was fucking creepy.
We'll talk about that in the spoiler department.
Yeah.
Because that scene freaking freaks me out, dude.
Yeah, that was creepy as hell. Sorry if you hear my fan running, but I have it running because it is hot in here, and I'm wearing the sweatshirt.
Take off all your clothes.
No, it's getting hot in here. No, all right,
Okay,
yeah. I had faith in it. I was hoping it would be pretty decent, and it was actually really damn good. I did not expect it to be that good. For a minute, though, too. Yeah, and for a minute, too, it was my favorite horror movie of the year. And now it is in competition with another movie that we're going to be talking about in just a second. But, Luke, what is your score for the movie?
Again, despite it being a little bit too long, I think I'm going to go 3 different ways. For my percentage score out of 100 is a 97.
Okay.
Out of 5, it's a 4.5, and grading gets an A.
Nice. I'm just gonna give it the grade a B plus for me. It's just some of the plot, like, it drags in some spots, and I genuinely just predicted the twist like as soon as the fucking movie started. But
I remember when you went on. I think it was when you went on your bathroom break. You texted me and you were like,
Is this gonna happen?
And I was just like, I am not telling you because I'm not gonna be a dick.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So then next up, Immaculate. Luke got me to watch this one today. He rented it earlier this week.
I actually bought it digitally.
Oh yeah, okay, you bought it. Okay, so yeah, he bought it digitally, and then he watched it today. He fucking adored it, and I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and rent it too. And I watched it as well. Luke, go ahead.
Dude, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you want like Stress 101, the movie involving a nun, this is that movie, dude. Like, this movie is freaking, like, it's stressful in a good way. Like it's a movie that'll make you feel stressed out, like, as you're watching it, but it's all the better for it. Because like, even especially when we get to that ending, which we'll talk about in the spoiler department, I was just literally sitting there on my bed, and I was just like, oh my god. Like, I was freaking, like, I was creeped out. And I don't know, man. I haven't seen a horror film like in quite some time that actually like really like made my skin crawl. Like,
yeah.
Like, not since Smile, where like there been a horror film for me that legit makes my skin crawl every time I think, like, not only every time I think about it, but every time like I see a scene from the movie or anything like that, it makes my skin just crawl, and like it's like makes my bones chill, dude. Like,
yeah.
And also, I want to point out the score in this movie, bone chilling.
It is a creepy score, for sure.
But again, that kind of what makes the movie for me, like, and it's obviously as was to be expected when you hear this. Sydney Sweeney is fucking terrific in the movie.
Wifey can act.
Yes, sir. I know she can. I already knew that.
She's mine, bitch.
Nah, I already won her over.
brother, make up your mind.
Trust me, dude. It's not as easy as you think. Like,
yeah. Anyways, we got Joel from Dark Room Reviews. Hope y'all get monetized. Thank you. That would be an awesome feat if we got monetized. Luke, I'm with you on your take on Smile, creepy film from start to finish. Hell yeah, very creepy.
Because it's.
I'm back. I'm back. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, with that. But yeah, another thing about Immaculate, not for the squeamish. I was gonna say that it's not for the squeamish.
Not that.
Because there is some. Just also in the first Omen, some incredibly disturbing imagery that almost made me puke. So like, it's like it's even a good thing I even have a bucket like sitting like right next to me. So
no,
even in case like
Sop gang, get it, Get it? Because we just got done watching Saw.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, my spoiler-free thoughts on Immaculate. I fucking love this movie.
Yeah, I watched it today as well, and it was fucking awesome. It was great. I wish I had seen it in theaters, but
Me
I
too.
didn't. I wish I had.
Because if it did
But
come to mind, though, dude, tickets would have been selling, man.
mm-hmm. Only problem with me is that there were so many other things coming out. It's just like I didn't have time. So
Because like, what else was there? There was Ghostbusters. There was
yeah,
Godzilla.
Ghostbusters the week it came out, Godzilla X Kong, and then
Monkey Man.
Late Night with the Devil, Monkey Man, and
First Omen.
First Omen in the same weekend. There was also Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, and then this actually I don't even know if it was still in theaters anymore. If it's still in my theater anymore, but yeah, Civil War just recently. But yeah, my schedule with movies was super busy, so I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, I saw it just because this guy heavily recommended it to me, and I had it on my radar because the wife was in it. So if you don't know, my wife is Sydney Sweeney, probably married for approximately 3 months, 4 months since Anyone But You came out. 4 months. Yeah. Yeah, she was fantastic and Immaculate. And I also absolutely love the visuals. Just a great like visual design to it, and also just like it's creepy, amazing sound design. Yeah, it's just everything I wanted from a horror movie. And also it's just one of those religious horror movies that just catch you off by surprise because it's just like very creepy story, even though it's copy paste with First Omen basically. But regardless. So it's just a creepy story that it actually fit really well for religious horror, and I think now with this and the First Omen, I am kind of a fan of religious horror. Not gonna lie.
I think I can say so myself too.
So yeah. All right, let's just dive into spoilers here, and we're gonna just cover spoilers in one because I think basically you can give the exact same rundown for both of these movies. Basically plot rundown. I guess we can just like go through the plot points like at the same time, like flip flop and whatnot. Basically, rundown. There's a nun that goes to a church, and it turns out the church is like a cult or something like that. And the nun gets pregnant, and ends up being like the Antichrist. So
yep, but in this case, in the first film, the Antichrist is the kid in the original Omen film known as Damien.
Yep. And then in this one, basically the very ending is the kid getting squashed by Sydney Sweeney. So
not just by Sydney Sweeney, but the kid gets pelted by a rock, a gigantic rock.
The kid did okay. I wasn't really paying like a whole lot of attention because I was just like looking away because I was like, oh, I don't want to know what this looks like. Did you ever see what the kid looked like?
No, you did not see what the kid looked like.
Yeah, okay, so it was just basically
that's what I like. That's what I loved about the ending so much was that you don't see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's
but
very.
What made it so disturbing though was like once she gives birth, she like literally bites off the string of that, and I was just like, like that was actually one of the things that actually almost made me puke.
Yeah, same. The umbilical cord shit.
Like
that was gnarly.
Like God, I can't handle that. Like.
Yeah.
And but I also want to talk about the scene in this one scene in Immaculate that actually kind of also made my skin crawl. It's the scene when Isabel finds out that Cecilia was pregnant. She tries drowning her, and I was just like, oh, what? Like, dude, stop! Don't do that.
Yeah. Stop. Yeah. Sydney Sweeney could completely transition into horror and kill it there. Absolutely. Agreed for sure.
She could become a badass final girl.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad with a scream queen wife, but you know.
I mean, I think we already got that with Immaculate, so
Yeah,
just
I would agree.
again, and I think I'm probably speaking too soon, but I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, but
But
yeah.
let's also talk about the scene in the scene in the first Omen that we were talking about, the girl that looks like Mia Goth.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The
so she commits
fire.
suicide by lighting herself on fire and hanging herself in front of all the kids.
Mm-hmm. This is for
And I was
you.
like, bro, that one, like, I almost wanted to get up and just like I literally just wanted to get up and run, like,
Yeah,
because
I
that was
mean,
freaking
it's
terrifying.
basically a copy paste of the "This is for you" thing in the original Omen, but either one, it was just fucking terrifying. So
Like seriously, I literally wanted to get up from my seat and just jolt right out
yeah.
of the theater because that was fucking scary as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because like when I saw that happen, I was like, like,
Mm.
like, 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 yeah, like,
Yeah.
like, believe it. Like, I mean, if I was a kid watching this thing, dude, I would freaking be traumatized. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just by
Yeah,
that one scene alone of the first Omen, I would freaking be traumatized for the rest of my life.
that would be pretty traumatizing.
I mean, that scene has actually kind of already traumatized me already. So,
Yeah. But yeah, basically, both of them kind of start off with like an opening bit where someone gets killed, kind of, right?
yeah, but in Immaculate, there was a little bit more of like a dark lighting to it, which
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, the opening of the first Omen, it's like you don't actually see the guy like die. You just see like the back of his scalp cut off.
yeah, yeah, the back of his head being kind of split in half, like, and I was just like, oh yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but after like that point in the first Omen, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Um.
But I also
Yeah.
wanted
So.
to talk about one of the scene. I also did want to talk about the scene in the first Omen that I actually would have cut out. I would have cut out the nightclub scene. I thought that scene was very
That was
unnecessary.
important though, because that's how she would have gotten drugged, and then that's how she was impregnated by the devil.
But then at the same time, I kind of would have felt like it would. I kind of felt like there's actually a good way to make it like ambiguous to a point where it's not like, because I kind of felt like by that point they were just kind of over explaining it to me, where I'm just like, okay, I want something to make me think here a little bit, not just be like, okay, yep, here's how it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Yeah, okay, but that's one part though that you have to like piece together like what that had to do with the movie, and it was actually really fitting because that was when she was impregnated by the devil, because like she woke up and she was just like really woozy. That was when she was impregnated. So like because they like the main guy like drugged her and whatnot, and then got her to the cult, and they impregnated her.
but actually, what I liked about that is that they don't tell you like what type of drug is in there, because
Well,
I did not
yeah.
want to know that.
Yeah, I mean that's not an important detail. It's just like how she got from point A to point B. And also, what is up, Zach? What is up, dude?
So, dude,
So yeah, they both the movies open up with basically the same thing: two people basically getting killed. Setting first, Omen sets up a character that's kind of important for the movie, and then Immaculate just kills someone off. um, and then basically cuts right after that to a nun going to a
I think it's a
Christian school, like a Catholic school.
it's a nun school.
Yeah,
I think
Catholic
both of them
school.
were actually even in Italy.
Yeah, Catholic school in Italy or something like that. Well, because Roman Catholicism. Um, so yeah, it's basically they both go to their individual schools and whatnot, and then um, there's like creepy shit going on. First Omen It's never really said in Immaculate how Sydney Sweeney gets impregnated, but basically,
which is what I really liked about it. They make me think about how she does get impregnated.
Well, actually, no. It was because it ended up being like it was an experiment. Remember?
Yeah, it was an experiment.
Yeah, but it never like gave an exact like point in time when that happened.
Exactly. That's kind of again that's what I liked about it. They left a little bit of mystery to it.
Yeah. They've said, well, Luke just got the bad parent award, taking the kid to see Immaculate is nuts. Yeah.
I was talking about this scene with the first Omen, by the way.
Yeah. They showed how she got pregnant. Oh, they did? I don't remember that. I mean, they told you.
I am going to rewatch it, so
they told you
more of those details, but
yeah, they didn't show you like how or when. It was just like told you how she was.
Yeah, it kind of just told us like how she did get impregnated.
Yeah, and it was like the experiment or whatnot. Yeah, that was weird as hell. But yeah, basically, yeah. There's like different ways that they got impregnated, right? So, basically, Sydney Sweeney's was just because the dude was running experiments on the nuns. That's how they got the cross on their foot, was because it was marking who got the experiment done and whatnot. And then first Omen, it was just she got drugged, and then the cult church. It was like they set up. There's like two churches, one for good and then one that's kind of shaky. And then we figure out, oh yeah, this is the church that she's at is the shaky one. And yeah, so she gets impregnated by the cult that summons the devil, and then the devil impregnates her, fucks her, which is fucked up, but you know what I mean.
Because the one scene where the woman's giving birth and the demon's hand is coming out, and I was just like, yikes.
That was one, but that was a failed attempt.
That was one of the images that almost made me puke.
Yeah, that was a failed attempt though, and they even said that it was like Nell Tiger Free was like the first of multiple attempts that were correct. So yeah.
And then the last one, the other one that you in the first Omen was the ending, like when she's having the kids, they cut open her stomach, and I was just like, oh, no.
That was bad.
Well, they even tried doing that in Immaculate, but thankfully that didn't. Thankfully, the person that was doing it got killed by Sydney Sweeney. So
yeah. So then, you know, creepy shit happens, and then first Omen, it's like the accidental deaths and whatnot, like how, like, you know, the Omen does it, and then Immaculate is just like they're building up stuff. They're going into like what was going on with the nuns and whatnot, and then first Omen, what is the one father's name that Nell Tiger Free was working with? I don't remember.
I kind of forgot the name too, but I mean,
yeah, but anyway, the dude that she was working with, well, I guess the two guys she was working with, they take her over to the church, and then they get into a car wreck, and then Nell Tiger Free crawls out. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out that Nell Tiger Free is the mother of the Antichrist. So then Nell Tiger Free like survives the car accident. Well, she and the father survived the car accident, but she crawls out and is like, you know,
very demonish.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, her water's basically breaking at this point. So yeah. First Omen was definitely more graphic. Yeah, because they actually like showed what was happening in First Omen.
I'm even surprised that my theater even got the First Omen, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Father in Immaculate was a douche. Yeah. he was, yeah.
You don't say so, son.
Yeah. And so then they get into the church, they do like their old cult ritual thing, and they're gonna cut the baby out, C-section it. And it turns out there's two. And so they find one's a girl and one's a boy.
And boy is Damien.
Well, we don't know that until the very end, but yeah.
Well, the very end, but I just knew that the boy was Damien. Like I knew that like right from the forefront.
Yeah, I knew that too. But yeah. So basically, after that, they, get the baby out and whatnot. Or they get the babies out, and Nell Tiger Free gets up and threatens to kill the boy, and then they burn down the church, and Nell Tiger Free gets away with the girl. The boy is left with the cult, and then they figure out that the cult was setting up where they had multiple boys. They had like multiple boys, and then it cuts to like 5 years later or something like that. And Nell Tiger Free is with the little girl that she's helping with. She's like taking care of, that people were thinking were the mother of the Antichrist, and then her kid, and then the father from that was helping out Nell Tiger Free comes up and knocks on their door in their house, and Nell Tiger Free's like, "What the fuck do you want?" And then he's like, "Did you hear that they named the boy? His name's Damien." And then cut the credits. That was how you do a prequel right there. That is how you do a fucking prequel. And I'll let you walk through Immaculate. Like the end, like the ending, basically.
The same kind of thing happens. Like
yeah.
But again, some creepier stuff happens. Like so towards the end of this movie, like when she is starting to give birth, they tried to drive her to a hospital. But obviously that goes wrong because apparently they were setting her up. And then she starts running away from them. In the cave, like dude, the cave scene was freaking creepy. Like she finds a freaking dead body in there, and I'm like,
yeah, the catacomb scene. Yeah, the catacomb scene is fucking.
Yeah, she finds a dead body in the catacombs, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that was the body of what, Gwen or whatever her name was.
I think so. Yeah. And then the father who was after her,
she had her tongue cut off or whatever in the middle of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, she got her tongue cut off, which, can't handle that either. But the father that was after her, after she finds out that they were setting her up, basically tries to cut her open and take the baby away from her.
But she's no.
But nope, she stabs him right in the face, and
the throat, yeah.
And her face is doused in blood. So, and then, well, before even that, like before they even like, or actually, like it was like after, like when she like got back to the church, her water breaks. So basically, we know that she's about to give birth.
Yeah.
And then when she does, you don't see what the kid looks like, which I liked about that.
Yeah, you just hear the kid crying.
And then
she bites the umbilical cord.
She bites off the spinal cord, and I was just like,
umbilical cord, not spinal cord.
Umbilical cord again.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how pregnancy works. Okay.
Yeah, he's not a woman.
I mean, yeah, don't even ask. If you're gonna ask me how pregnancy works, don't talk to me.
Nope.
And then she, like, again, what I like about that is that they don't show the kid. She sets down the kid, grabs a giant rock, and pelts him with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's the end.
That's the credits.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about the ending of Immaculate. The ending will either make it or break it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it for you?
Mm-hmm. It landed for me. And we did not give our thoughts or our final score on Immaculate, but what would you give it?
I give it 5 stars. Easy.
Yeah.
I think I was leaning towards a really high 4.5, but I think the ending really fixed it for me. Because I think, because like I said, the ending will make it or break it for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending skyrocketed for me.
Dave said he's planning on seeing First Omen next week. Do it, my man.
Do. Yes.
Final score for me is a B+. I think it's a little school, but you're a little slow. What the hell? I just read Zach's comment.
I felt it flowed at an even pace for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like both movies are kind of slow. So I mean, Immaculate's like
First Omen was definitely slower. Like,
yeah, that is true. And I mean, like Immaculate had it was not even an hour and a half. So like, there's that.
Like it was only like 89 minutes, and like the way that the pacing was just flowing, dude. Like it was flowing evenly to a point where I was like, dude, this is not slow. Like I like this for an independent horror film. It's not slow.
Mm-hmm.
It moves by fast. I mean, hell, it'll probably move faster for you on a second watch, dude. Like,
yeah, that's true. That is not an excuse. You didn't have sex ed. Sex ed I paid zero attention to because one, my teacher didn't make us, and two, because I did not want to know how the JJ worked.
Well, and also when I took health class, we didn't really need to learn about that. So yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, maybe he's scared of sex ed. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, and plus I don't really need to like. It's not something I'm really like interested in really learning about. Like,
yeah, I mean, not to piss you off or anything, but it's not like you're going to have a kid anytime soon. So
exactly. Like, I really don't even plan on it. Like,
yeah. Anyway, though, those are our thoughts on the First Omen and Immaculate.
But also we should do this. But also we should do this. Like, where does it rank out of all movies you've seen this year? We should also do that for each one we do.
Yeah. Okay. So, first up, the First Omen for me. Let me just find my list here. The First Omen for me lands at number 7, and then Immaculate just edging out at number 6.
We actually have the same exact spot for the First Omen.
Nice.
Mine's at number. So yeah, for me it's at number 7. For me, Immaculate surpasses it. For me, it's at number 3.
Nice, dude.
Again, until I see Late Night with the Devil, Immaculate is my favorite horror film of the year.
SMH. I don't want kids anyway. Good for you, Dave. Good for you. I don't even know if I want kids yet because I haven't even put thought into it.
I haven't even put thought into it, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Anyways, though, Mr. Luke. Oh, Immaculate is at number 11 for me this year. Nice.
Yeah, currently number 3. I fucking loved it, dude.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Anyway, First Omen, number 15. Nice. Anyway, Mr. Luke, where can we find you, my man?
Well, of course, you guys can find me on Instagram at LukeBonzo23 if you guys
Of course. Of course.
Go find me. If you guys love physical media stuff. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right up this, which is right here. Follow me on Twitter, Letterboxd, and serialized at Luke Ponto, and on TikTok at Luke the Film Buff. So yeah, come check me out there. And stay tuned next Tuesday for a watch along of Parker starring Jason Statham.
Thank you, Zach. You too, man.
You're the best.
So for me, you all probably know where to find me. This is, after all, my channel. But tomorrow we have Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome watch along if I don't sleep through my alarm. Yeah. Anyway, that is tomorrow. That is tomorrow at 7:00 CST. Make sure you're there so we can go beyond the Thunderdome. That was shit. Yeah, we're gonna go beyond the Thunderdome.
You are dismissed, sir.
Yeah, we are dismissed. Anyway, yeah. Check out that stream, and also go check out this guy's watch along that I joined for Crank High Voltage, where we had literally the best time watching that fucking movie. It was my first time
to watch along for that we also just did for Saw 3.
Yes, do that. We also had a blast doing that.
I also do want to plug. Please also, if you guys are also wanting to go check out that watch along for Crank High Voltage, go check out our watch along for the first Crank.
Yes, do that. That was a lot of fun too.
But more importantly, go watch the one for Crank High Voltage.
Yes. Oh man.
Oh baby,
all right. Yeah, those are both great times. So yeah, go do that. Anyway, later, y'all. Have a great rest of your evening, if it's still evening for you. If it's still evening for you, because I know in the UK it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. But yeah. Anyway, later, y'all. Have a good night.
Peace out.
Good rest